As you can see, it's starting to render down. Oops, it looks like I left a strawberry in there. So the bag that I chose had blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries, mixed fruit. So I went through and I took out all the strawberries. At least I thought I did. Looks like I left one in there. I'll leave it in there. So that's the fruit I bought at the store. I couldn't find boysenberry like I wanted to. So I decided to go ahead and go this route. But as you can see, the fruit is still kind of big. See how we need to render that down even more. So it'll have to cook a little bit longer to get to where I need it to be. But once it's there, we need to allow it to cool. When it cools, it'll thicken, and then it'll be easier to spread once the dough is complete and ready for baking. So let's go ahead and let this render a little bit longer, and then I'll show you when it's complete. Alright, so this is right about where we want it to be. You can see it's broken down quite a bit. It's not so much big chunks of fruit. So now what we need to do is take it off and let it cool off. As it cools, it will thicken. I'll give you a closer up here. So it'll thicken, and then we can, and plus we'll be able to spread it when it's cooled. Now I'm going to start making the dough and everything for the cinnamon rolls. Okay, so now I went ahead and got my yeast taken care of. As you can see, I warmed up the milk. Add 3 teaspoons of yeast and a teaspoon of sugar. We're going to go ahead and let it foam up. That means your yeast is good. Right here is 5 cups of flour, your sugar, your salt, and then we'll be adding the butter, the 2 eggs, vanilla extract. Make sure it says pure vanilla extract. If you get the imitation vanilla, it's fine, but it comes from a gland from a beaver's butt, so you're really adding just beaver butt juice to your thing. But if you're cool with that, that's fine, man. But I usually go with pure vanilla extract. So what we'll do is, once the yeast is ready, it'll foam, it'll kind of like have a foam cap, and then I'll add it all to here. Add my eggs, my vanilla extract, and then I'll slowly add the flour and everything to the mixture slowly. Now always remember, the reason why most people have problems with breads when they make them and they don't turn out properly, one of the main reasons is because they don't take into factor the moisture in the air. So if you're in a drier climate, you'll probably have to add, like here in Oregon or Idaho, it's kind of like a desert climate here. So you actually have to add more liquid to the recipe than normal. If you're in an area where there's a lot of humidity, like South Carolina, or if you're in Washington, it can kind of get humid there sometimes. You won't have to add as much liquid to the recipe. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and since I mixed this pretty well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let the yeast get itself situated. Then once it does that, then we'll come back and start adding everything together. Okay, so now you can see that our yeast is good. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. Add our water, warm water. vanilla extract. Actually, putting 1 teaspoon in. This is a half teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. And then go ahead and turn it on, mix it up. Go ahead and add the 2 room temperature eggs that I have scrambled. And then once we do that, we have left is just our butter. But we're not going to add the butter until the very end. I learned this from another baker. Really makes a difference. So we're just going to add a little bit of flour to the mix. And it's really nice to have a mixer to do this because to do it by hand, I think it's, I guess in a sense, a better way of doing it because you actually get the feeling of the dough while you're kneading it and putting it together. Also, it's a good workout. Have you ever tried knead dough for a long time? A little more. And I can bring you in, you can see what it looks like. And I guess I can just bring you in completely. Hang on, let me readjust this so you can actually see what's going on as it's mixing. So you can see there's flour along the bowl. A lot of people say go ahead and scrape that in, but really I don't, just for the fact that when it starts to thicken the dough, it will pick that off the side. See how it's kind of slowly pulling it from the side. Go ahead and add some more. Now that it's starting to thicken up a little bit, we can go ahead and turn it down so it starts kneading it for us. See how it's still kind of wet and it's kind of sticking to the sides of the bowl. This is kind of where you want to just go ahead and add a little bit more flour mixture. still really wet at the bottom of the bowl. You see how it's sticking? It should stay a little sticky, but not that sticky. It should start pulling away from the bowl as it turns. So we'll go ahead and add a little more flour mixture. The nice thing about making bread products is, you know, if you mess up on it, no biggie, because you usually buy everything in large packages, even your flour. You can always dump it and start over again. It's, you know, it's not like the end of the world. And one thing I learned about baking is you're going to make a lot of mistakes, especially when it comes to certain breads. You'll make a lot of mistakes along the way, so you're going to burn through ingredients like crazy. But each time you make a mistake and start over, you get that much more better at making whatever you're trying to create at the time. I know my first time making pecan pie, I didn't quite understand how you would just make the mixture and then you throw the nuts on top, because you would think that you would have to place them on top, then when it bakes that way, but no, you actually put it in and they sink to the bottom of the mixture, and as it bakes they rise up to the top of the pie. Pretty interesting. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, and then when it comes close to where we need to be, I'll start back up and show you the rest. Okay, this has been going for like a few. You can see where it's starting to pull away from the bowl. So this is a good place to go ahead and stop it. It's still kind of sticky, but this is where we add the butter into it, and we might have to add a little more flour once this mixed. We might have to get a different, might have to add more flour, because as you can see there's plenty of flour left. I'll show you real quick. You can see there's plenty of flour still left. Not much, but still some left. So now that the butter's in there, we're going to go ahead and turn it back on and let that mix all together. And once it gets worked in, I'll go ahead and bring you back once it gets worked in. Alright, so let's check out our dough and see where it's at. There you go. It's risen beautifully. Pretty good. I don't know if I need to... need to do first. Kind of wipe off that water. So it kind of spread up on the counter. I'm gonna just do a light dusting, just for the fact that I don't think it'll need much. The counter is literally not big enough to do this. But that's alright. As long as it's somewhat close to where I need it to be. Guess that's all that matters. Good way to make I also make my own pizza dough. If anybody's interested in how I do that, maybe one day I'll show you how I do it. But it's usually a pizza dough that is not it's not meant to be cooked the same day. I usually let it sit for 24 hours. Before I even bake it. You know, one thing I forgot to do is get my tray ready. So I do have parchment paper to lay that. Sorry about that. Also missing my So the way that's doing that, I will be right back. Alright, let's do this. So, we got that down. You kind of see how it's still kind of running a little bit. Now you want to remember to put this on pretty thin, because as you start rolling it, it's going to shoot out everywhere. So you don't want it too thick. I remember the first time I tried this, actually there was no recipe for it. I was just kind of, a lot of stuff that I learned was just out of curiosity. I'd be like, well, with this, instead of doing cinnamon roll, because I love blueberry pie. So I was like, well, maybe I can, instead of making it into cinnamon roll, I can do it more like, you know, like you see these in the store, right? But I was wondering if I could do the same thing. Should have put that last spoonful down. And I'm literally doing the same thing I'm telling you guys not to do. Oh, this is going to be a messy one. And since I'm not left-handed, I can't just do this over like that. So, anyways, we're gonna finish it off with a cream cheese frosting. That's always been my favorite. It seems to like give it a better flavor instead of just a regular plain old Jane frosting that you would just use with water or milk with powdered sugar. Okay. So now that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this excess hard up here because I have a feeling that that's going to become a problem. There we go. Now all we do is roll it. Like that. Usually you want to roll it pretty tight, but when you're making stuff like this, you can see how it's starting to build up. Kind of have to roll loosely. Go ahead and pinch my ends. Hold it into itself. Take this part off, back in the bowl, use it for something else. I remember being young, when I was young, my mom would she would make raspberry syrup for our pancakes because we had a raspberry bush in our yard. Was amazing. Roll back up. Now this is where it's going to get messy, and I think if you guys love your countertops, you might want to use a cutting board or put some kind of well, we can still do it right here. It will save your countertops. Last time I made this, I didn't put anything down, and I stained the countertops. I stained the countertops pretty bad. It took a few months for it to actually go away, where you couldn't see it anymore. You know, we just do it like this. And all you do is start from the end, use your dough knife and cut sections, place it on your thing. Make sure your oven's on to a heat that will help it rise. And just keep cutting it. Just like that. You just pick your pieces up, place them. Oops. You gotta be very careful. It's always wise to pick them up this way. Place them instead of because you can see from cutting it, it causes it to fold outwards. But no biggie. Once you put it on the tray, it levels out again. So that's how you do that part. As you can see, I placed them on here. They will rise. I'll have to put them back and let them rise again. Once they rise, then I'll go ahead and cook them or bake them. Sorry, I have heartburn. Once they're baked, I'll go ahead and do the frosting for them. I can show you how to do that. Alright, so the cinnamon rolls have been rising. Let's see how they look. See if they're ready. So a trick I found to making this, to rising it, is turn it around just slightly till it warms up, and then turn it off, cover it, and then leave your light on on the oven. And oh wow, look, here we go. There's your cinnamon rolls. So go ahead and turn. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven on, and then I'll set them to cook, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and set up for my to start making the frosting for them. Okay, so now it's about time to finish this thing off. So what we're going to need is 2 ounces of cream cheese. Just go ahead and just get a whole pack of this. One whole pack. So that's all it requires. It's just 1 box. I'm just going to go ahead and just play with this thing for a little bit. We'll fight with it for a little bit. Okay. Open it up. Make sure it's room temperature, because if it's not, this will not work. You'll find it very difficult. Other thing that we are lacking is lime. So let's go ahead and add the butter to it. Go ahead and add some vanilla extract. You don't have to use very much, it goes a long ways. Looks like we're ready to sit that in the fridge. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and start mixing it up. We'll add just add a little at a time. If it builds up on the sides, go ahead and scrape it off. It is right now. Let's go ahead and scrape it down. Just like that. Start it up again. Got all we should need to get this done. Since we don't have to worry about it. someone had a mixer to do all this for you. Okay, now that's done. You can move everything over to the stove and get the cinnamon rolls topped. All right, here we are. So let's go ahead and pull this. Start. Just do a dab on them for now. Make sure that you have enough. It's usually enough for all of them, but it's always better just to make sure that you get enough on some of them, and then when you know you have enough left over, you can just really cover them. However much you want on them. Next time I do this, kind of reminds me of construction. Always mudding or some type of drywall or whatever. I'll tell you, that was one job I did not like at all. Oops. Looks like I got some frosting on my steak over there. Just makes it taste better, I guess. I rather muck, be a mucker in concrete than do sheetrock. I never liked doing it. One of my dad's friends that passed away a while ago, he enjoyed it more than any man should, but he was a genius. He knew how to. His work was so clean. It was probably about the best work I've ever seen, and he was so. I don't know. You'd have to buy like certain tools to make certain patterns within the drywall that the client wanted. This man was just a genius because he would use everyday household items to make the same pattern that $1,000 machine would. Tell you, it was a damn shame when he passed away because I believe he was one of the best drywallers out there. Amazing. So there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and peel one off so you guys can take a look at it in one moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this one off. Should have done one smaller. I was not in the mood for something really huge. But oh well, I guess I can't do them all. Hold on, let me get this situated. Alright, let's here it is right here. I don't do overhead shots. This is not a job for me. I'm not a YouTuber, nor will I ever be a YouTuber. Let's see, there you go. There's blueberry, or the multiple berries. By the way, this is the first time I ever made one that has multiple berries. I usually do boysenberry or raspberry, but never multiple. Soft, chewy. See if we can get that. See, look at that dough. Look how soft that dough is. Amazing. All right, there you go. Your turn. Knock yourself out.